To the point, right, my dad was so angry, right. I know I was in for it already, right. When he came, right, he didn't just scold me, He didn't scold me first. He scolded the police officer. He was like, you don't think you're FBI, They're only 12 years old. For what? You all keep them for 12 hours? Then I was just like, oh my gosh, I was like, oh no. What's up?
And welcome to our coffee shop. I'm your host, Mehmet Law, and welcome to another episode of the Kopibros show. For those of you tuning in via YouTube or any sort of podcasting platform, hi again. Thank you so much for giving us a try, for giving us a listen. Just a bunch of Singaporeans that are entering 2023. I think, Brendan, this is our first recording of 2023 for Kopibros. Do you feel any difference for this year compared to last year, or is it the same?
Yeah, like the moment it turned 12, I was like, wow, I'm 31 this year.
Yeah,
what an old man. Now we are both, like, last year you were 29 and I'm 30, but now we are both in our 30s this year.
Yeah, bro. I was like, am I ready for this, man? Like, the time really goes by very fast, Like, when I was just thinking about it, it's like, so fast. And then now your son is also going to be, what?
2 years old. 2 years old this
year.
year. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Really a middle-aged man.
Yeah, middle-aged man. Not that old, lah. But I think, in a way also, this year, the past year was a bit, like, dreary. You know what I mean? Like, very, just like passed by very fast. You know what I mean? Like,
I feel like it's because the 2022 was like a year of transition. Like, like, everything was reopening. So it's like, it felt very fast because, like, you have to keep adjusting to, like, open, because in 2021, towards the end, it was like open, close. And in 2022, you also anticipate like, oh, are we going to go like open up, then close again, then open up, then close again? Yeah.
Yeah. Then also like, just when everything seems to be opening up, then there's this sort of new weird variant that's coming up, the XBB, right? You see?
Yeah. Correct.
And it's still very scary, lah. Like, to be honest. Someone say it's more deadly, right? This one.
Correct. And also another thing is the China, when they open up, it's like suddenly millions of people getting COVID again. It's just like, wow, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's sort of like they want you to get, because they want everyone to just get, then after like everyone just get it over with.
Because they were a bit late to join the COVID train. Yeah, the COVID train.
Yeah. Oh well, hopefully all of us will have a better 2023, and then everyone stays safe and like COVID-free.
COVID-free?
Yeah. We are still a Kopi show, though. And, Brendan, are you drinking your Kopi today?
Right here.
Right here.
Very good old town coffee.
Yeah, because we take turns, right? I sacrificed myself for this week. I'm not taking my normal coffee. I tried this drip feed thing called Liquid Gold Coffee. Now, this sort of relates a bit to the topic that we're going to be having later, because I went to the Warehouse Hotel in Singapore, and then this is the coffee that they gave for free. Now, have you been to the Warehouse Hotel, Brendan? The one that is at Robertson Quay.
Yeah. I never booked a room, I never stayed there, but I've been to the hotel to to go to my friend's room.
Yeah. But, funny story, right? When I was at the Warehouse Hotel, there were two menus that were on the table. So I was like, maybe we should go and look at the room service menu. So I opened the first menu and I was like, butt plug for $60. For $70.
Whoa. Didn't know we were in that kind of room.
Yeah. Then after I was like, whoa. Then after when I went down to the counter, right, the concierge, right, they're just selling all of it like in the open at the reception.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
At the reception,
Yeah,
wow.
At the reception. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't notice that. Wow.
Yeah. So it'll be related to one of the topics that we'll be doing later. Now, I did try this drip feed process. I'm not really a fan of drip feeding, but I'm just going to give it a try.
And drum roll.
I hate it, bro.
Honestly, I've never liked drip coffee. Like I don't understand how people can. I don't know whether it's are we doing it wrong, or because somehow, when you go to the coffee shop, they do the drip coffee. It tastes a lot different when you are doing the drip coffee at home on your own, right? Right.
Yeah. Now, this one is also from Guatemala. I guess I just don't like Guatemala coffee. Sorry, also to the Guatemalan people out there.
Guatemala.
Yeah, it says buttery smooth finish. To be honest, I just horrible for me.
What? As in, like, what does it taste like? Is it because it's a bit bitter, or is it because it's like there's no taste?
There's no taste at all. It's like drinking water with a bit of coffee. You know what
Coffee.
I mean?
I know. Yeah. No, and I feel that that's the problem with drip coffee. It's like, whenever I drink drip coffee when I make it at home myself, right, it always tastes like super watery. And I don't even know am I doing it wrong or like, but yeah, it's, like, that's the problem with like homemade drip coffee. Like, it's just water with like.
I follow the process. It says that you open the top, then you open the bag, then you pour the water into the bag, then you drop into the coffee.
And I believe, yeah, correct. Like, honestly, feedback, like, honestly, like, I don't see how there's another way to do, like, I cannot be like, we're supposed to, like, what are we supposed to do next? Yeah.
And somehow, I purposely, like, I saw the color, I was like, it's not really very black. So I shoved, like, the coffee bag inside the water. It's like, come on, I turn black, lah. Oh well. I give it a 1.5. I don't like it, man.
1.5.
Yeah. Not for me. Completely not for me. But nice hotel, warehouse hotel. This topic.
Warehouse hotel.
Yeah. All right. For this week, we transition from last week, which was letter E, end of year 2022. We're going to be doing the letter F, and the word of the week is first. Number one. Numero uno, first off. So we'll be doing 2 segments of Kopi Talks for this week. The first segment is the first time that you got into trouble. And when I'm talking trouble, I mean TROUBLE, like capital T.
Is it TI? Do you say TI or T?
TR. Yeah. Everything
capital T.
Yeah, and I think the person has a very interesting story about how he got into trouble. And then the second segment, right, is called the first condom. Okay, we're just that's how it relates to the warehouse hotel. We will leave that into the second segment. So let's get right into just do the coffee talk.
We're going to be talking about the first time that we got into trouble in school. So Brendan, can you remember the first time you got in trouble in school? And when I mean trouble, I mean trouble in caps. Not small trouble, I mean like trouble. Like, shit, trouble. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
But trouble is, you see, right, that's why at a young age, right, primary school, right, trouble in caps, right, how big of a trouble is that? You know, like at primary school, right, it's the smallest thing is, like calling your parents on the first day of school, right, it's like, to you, it's like caps already. It's like big, huge caps already.
I mean that you're put in a situation you have to call your parents on the first day.
Yeah, that's why. On the very first day of primary school, I remember this. When my parents whoop me, right? They were like, on the very first day, I can't believe I got a warning letter on my very first day of school. The teacher wrote down there, and for the most serious reason, I threw my desk mate's pencil box right out the window from the second floor. I was like, not taking back, that was a very smart thing, but it was for a good reason.
Why?
I didn't bring my pencil box with me, right? Because it's on the first day, you forget things. Then I asked him for a pencil. He said no. Then I was like, okay, since you don't let me pencil, I don't have pencil, you also don't have pencil. Goodbye.
The pencil mafia.
The pencil mafia.
If I can't enjoy I understand the joy of writing, you can't enjoy.
Yeah. Like, let us not write notes together.
Yeah. Even though we can barely spell. I don't care.
Yeah. No way. But I see, that's not trouble in caps. Now you think back on it, it's just like,
that's trouble
warning
in
letter.
Lowercase. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you're talking about trouble, right, there was a time in primary school, right, that the police was called.
Oh.
The police was called.
Like, police was called.
Like, real trouble. That was like the first time it was like, oh damn. Like, whoa. To the point that after that, right, my school, right, was banned. I'm St. Gabe's Primary. All St. Gabe's Primary, right, was banned from wearing the uniform, right, and going to the nearest, the popular bookstore nearest to our school.
Wow.
You were banned,
because of you. Everyone else that wants to buy files, that wants to buy rulers after
They have
school.
to take off their school uniform, go in half naked.
Going half naked. Yeah. You, the uniform. You can't
Get
go
out.
In. The guy with no pants, you can go in.
Makes no sense.
because
But
of you.
yeah, that's why. But honestly, like I said, I don't get how it escalated to so big, because honestly, right, all I did, right, I don't know why, what came over me, but me and my two friends, right, we just went to the popular bookstore. We decided today is a good day to like steal some pens from G2 pen, not just any pen, G2 pen from popular bookstore. Yeah, that product was expensive at $2.20, I think.
Yeah, it's expensive. It's still expensive now. Yeah.
Now it's about $3, I think. Oh, crazy. But that's why I said we stole about like, I think each of us about like 10, 15. So we stole about like 30 plus G2 pens. Like
You
a
buy a pencil
gangster,
case
you know.
to put all of the pens.
Yeah.
You steal the pencil case? Never.
No, we didn't think that far. Primary school, we aren't good at planning yet.
Yeah, that's why you look suspicious holding 15 G2 walking out.
Yeah. Hey, your pocket looks a little bit heavy. Looks like there's a lot of things inside. What's inside?
What color is the St. Gibbs pens?
Blue. It's a standard.
Oh, yeah,
secondary school
That's
uniform.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I thought if like it's white, right? Then it's like, how come you got like ink over your
Yeah,
pens?
yeah. How come? What's that blue thing? But that's why I said that was the first time that it really like trouble to the point where, like, you know, when the police came, right? Like when the police, I don't know why the shop clerk didn't give us chance. Honestly, it's just pens. Come on, it's like popular bookstore. Like, hey, have some mercy, man.
Yeah.
Forgiveness. But then he didn't. He called police. Then there was this one of the police was a bit more new. So that when he came, right, he was asking his other colleague, "Hey, should we handcuff them?" Then I was just like, I was like, huh? I was like, we gonna handcuff? Then after that, the other police was like, what are you talking about? They're only 12 years old. Why we still pen? It's not like they will run away. I was like, 12 years old only. Yeah, then I was just like, yeah, come on. Handcuff us for pen? I was just like, did we rob someone?
Yeah. This is always like that. One new guy on the job.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna take this damn seriously.
Yeah, Wayang, like, yes, put him against the wall, must pat him down.
Yeah. Yeah, regardless of age, a criminal is a criminal.
Yeah, we don't care. You are criminal now.
Yeah.
But like I said,
So in the end,
honestly,
right? Yeah,
yeah, it was pretty. Honestly, it was quite fun. As in, like, honestly, it was an experience. Whoa. I'm not saying that. Like I said, going to the police station. Kopitiam. When at the police station, right? At the holding cell, right? It was all the juveniles together. So it's like all under 15, those like petty crimes. Like, and then it's like, it was quite fun. Like, everybody came in and said, what do you do? What do you do? Oh, I stole pen. Oh my gosh. I stole 7-Up bottle from my mini mart.
From my mini mart.
After that, yeah, so that wasn't scary. Honestly, I tell you, that when you know, that's how you know you get into really deep shit, right? Is when you they tell you it's time to call your parents. Then you're just like, oh my god, is there anyone else I can call?
The scariest feeling in the world is to call your parents.
Right? Yeah, it's really.
Yeah, it's if you haven't reached puberty yet, yeah, you want your balls to drop? Yeah, you just call your parents, your balls will drop.
You want a stress-filled situation to push you to your limits? This is it right there.
Yeah, this is it right here. How do your parents react?
Oh, I tell you,
With love.
trust me. I think love was the last thing I felt. Tough love right there. I still remember they were supposed to go for a movie, and I remember the movie to this day, right? It was Passion of the Christ. You know, like the one where... Yeah, then I was just like, oh.
It's not a good movie to go and watch first. And then how should I discipline my child?
Yeah, it's like, wow, they got examples right there, man. They got examples right there.
Yeah, if Jesus went through all that, yeah, for you.
If Jesus can, you be like Jesus.
Yeah. So in the end, how did your parents? They whack you or like?
Oh, they beat the living shit out of me. Honestly, I don't know how I survived that day. Like honestly, and you know how you're in it for it, right? When one parent has to calm themselves down. You know, my you know, like usually it's like, let's say you're sometimes when you do like very like stupid things, then like both parents get angry, then they're both scolding you. But you know that things that shit really hit the fan already, right? When one parent, right, is so crazy angry, right, to the point that the other parent has to like prepare yourself. Like when I reached home, I remember when I reached home, right, my mom gave me a glass of milk. They say, drink first, Then I was just like, this is for my.
Yeah, to strengthen your bones.
Yeah, because after this, there'll probably be some bones broken. With all this glass of milk, get ready for it. Like, yeah, you can feel it, when in the car home, right? You just feel like the steam. You just know, like, please, I should not say anything more to make this situation worse. You're just waiting down there. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah. Oh, can imagine, man. I think I'll be so scared. Just like, be locked up in the thing. But it's like you're a bunch of war veterans inside the jail cell. Then they're all exchanging war stories.
Yeah. It was really very funny. Like everybody in the cell, and they like honestly, the police, they know lah. This is all like everybody's just young and stupid.
Yeah,
so it's like
it's young and stupid.
They even gave us like fried rice for dinner. Then like they asked whether you want chrysanthemum tea or lemon barley. Like you're from yours. Then I was like, then everybody was like, yeah, I want your lemon barley. Then everybody was like, it was like a mini excursion lah. But then you can tell when the parents come and pick them, all the kids' face just change. They just know, the excursion is over.
Excursion is over. How long do you stay inside the cell? Or was it a cell or holding area or?
It's like a holding cell. Yeah, it's like the door has bars and yeah, but it's just like a big room with like literally like 10 or like 15 kids inside. Yeah. But I was inside for the longest because my inspector, right, I don't know why was he thinking lah. I think he just wanted to instill fear within us. So it's like, halfway interviewing us, he was like, my boss called me to drink turtle soup with him. You go back inside the cell and wait for some more. But honestly, we weren't scared. We were just like, oh yeah. We can talk with our friends some more. We met new friends.
Turtle soup, okay.
Yeah. But then after that, when my dad came, because usually in this case, right, your parents are already, the moment I call them in the first hour, right, they're already waiting outside the police station already. It's like, whoa. I didn't think that far. Like 12 hours of anger building up.
So he had to wait for 12 hours just to process you to get out. Oh.
No, so they have to interview me finish. So the process is this. They have to interview you finish. Then after that, once the interview is done, then after that they can process you. Then after that, your family members or your can bail you out or like can take you home lah. So then after that, so that's why they didn't interview me finish, right? So they couldn't take me out. To the point, right, my dad was so angry, right? I know I was in for it, right? When he came, right, he didn't just scold me, He didn't scold me first. He scolded the police officer. He was like, you think you're FBI, they're only 12 years old. For what? You all keep them for 12 hours? Then I was just like, oh my gosh. I was like, oh no. Like, if he's scolding the police officer, wow.
Yeah. He's not just angry at you, he's angry at the situation. He's angry at the time spent on this. Then the ride home, was it enjoyable?
No. The ride home made me wish I was back in the cell. I was like, Daddy, can you just U-turn, drop me back? Let me stay there for a while longer. Maybe you sleep first, tomorrow you wake up, you feel better, you come and fetch me.
Oh man, I can't imagine, man, being home.
Honestly, that's the worst. Then to the point that, like I said, after that, the school, I go counseling. Then after that, they ban like anybody wearing the uniform to go back. Then, like, I don't know whether I don't think they do this nowadays, but they publicly shame. Like, I wouldn't say shame lah. They publicly announce like, we have 3 boys yesterday who stole from like last time in secondary school they always announce when someone
they have to announce to make it a point. Yeah, to let the public know.
To make it a point that we are taking disciplinary actions. Then like, please do not do this. It's, you are representing our school. Then you don't do this especially in school uniform. You're doing this kind of thing. It's the same thing. Yeah. I don't know whether they do this now though, honestly. Yeah, but in the past, I'm quite
sure they still do it now. Yeah, I'm quite sure they still do it now. Yeah, but then also it's like whenever this type of situation happens in school, right? Then you can hear everyone in the courtyard. They're all murmuring with each other in the foyer. Like,
yeah. Hey, I wasn't that notorious yet. They were like, who is it? Who? Who?
Yeah, I think he was Brendan. That day I saw him, he got a lot of G2 all of a sudden.
He tried to sell me some G2 pens.
Is there a reason? Does your school have a tuck shop or no?
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
but
it was like, I think it's like a few cents more expensive than the Popular, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Okay, it's interesting. So your war came crashing down because of G2. And then,
and honestly, the interesting thing you have to know, right? Honestly, right, when my father was beating the shit out of me, right, is that my father works in a printing industry. So his office, right, has a wall of pen and marker for free. It's like literally a wall, right, of like pens and markers, right. Then when I go to the office, right, he tells me that just take any pen you want, how many you want. There's like literally like hundreds of pens and markers. Because last time in the printing they have to like do a lot of freehand.
Right.
He's like, hey, you come to my office, you don't take G2 pen. You go to and then you want to go Popular and steal. What is wrong with your brain? Then I was just like, wow, actually true. What was I thinking?
I didn't say I'm the smartest.
It wasn't a perfect crime.
It wasn't a perfect crime. Yeah, if I was as smart in every situation, right? Yeah, I'd be getting away with it. You wouldn't even know about the situation.
No. So I say that's really my biggest like trouble.
Getting whacked by our parents still biggest fear in life. Yeah,
really biggest fear. Honestly, don't know how parents they can think of like new ways to instill fear in their kids.
Yeah. And I got whacked by a lot of things when growing up, like different types of never belt though, never belt.
Never belt. I think I got it once. I think I got it once. Cause I think it was the point where like I broke the cane right in front of my parents. I think my dad. He asked me to take the cane. Then I was like so angry. I took the cane. I broke it right in front of him. I thought I was like, whoa, this is my gangster moment. I think that's why he took out the belt. Then he's like, oh, my gangster moment over.
Yeah, you try to break this belt,
They're coming. I think that was like the beating of my life. I think I remember that one. Yeah.
You never had worse? Yeah, story for another time.
That's a different story. Yeah. Let's save that. That's really a different timing.
Yeah. Okay. And lastly, the last segment. Ooh. And I know this is the reason why you guys stayed. Okay? Because the segment is called First Condom. You think I don't know? All you people staying around thinking, hey, they're going to talk about the first condom. And exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you guys the story of the first condom that was ever made in history. Hey, we're just getting to know each other. I'm not going to tell you so much.
Yeah, man.
Obviously, right? Okay, so, Brendan, you have no idea about the originations of the condom, correct?
No idea.
Okay. Come, let me explain to you. So, Vern Bullough, Vern Bullough, once said that the history of the condom is lost in the myths of antiquity. Brendan, what does antiquity mean?
Olden times.
I think. To be honest, I don't know what antiquity means either, but Vern Bullough said it, so it must be important.
It must be important.
So since medieval days, condoms have existed. Brendan, can you guess what these condoms were made out of?
Wow. In medieval times, I believe there's no, I don't think they come with plastic bags yet. So, I wouldn't think it's plastic bags. So, I believe, at that point of time, my first thinking, if I was born in that medieval times, right, is to use paper. I think paper. Is it paper?
No, it's not paper. That's a good guess, but it is not paper. Okay. Since medieval days, the OG condom was made out of animal intestines. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So they were made out from sheep, calves, or goat. So for the ladies, right, they must have had a bad time.
like as if the smells of everything mixing together wasn't bad enough. Like, hey, let's add in some intestines.
Yeah. Then somehow it's like, I can imagine, right, when the blood is like, is this from the intestine? Or is it
it's like, whose blood is this? Like, interesting.
We don't know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, okay. So
Could be anybody's.
Yeah, so now you're probably wondering, how on earth did they wear the animal intestine? Would you like to make a guess?
Wow, I honestly...
Okay, let's say if you're in this situation, right, how do you think they would...
Animal intestines, that's the whole point is like, how long has this animal intestine been out for? Like, can you imagine it's like there's like flies around it, then you're just like, oh wow, let me get my trusty old, I call it condi, my condi, let's call it out. Like, do they reuse it or do they, that's the thing is like, they reuse it.
And you think about it, right? Every time that they're like, that they want to have sex or whatever, right? It's like they have to kill a sheep first. It's like, there's no sheep.
Like, it's like, Wow, I wanted to save it for tomorrow dinner, but never mind. Like, at that point of time, especially for like guys, especially when when you're like really like very pent up, right? And you're very solely focused on like getting the job done, right? Then you're just like, it doesn't matter lah. We just save that problem for later. It's like, oh babe, but how are you going to store the meat? What if the meat spoil? Never mind. I just need the intestines now.
Intestines now. Yeah. And then also we're looking down the farm, we're like, chickens, cows. No sheep.
Where's all the sheep?
It's like, stupid chicken. It's like, yeah. So apparently what they did, right, is that they would punch a hole into the intestine, and then they'll use like a piece of string, and then they would like make it into a belt. Then they'll tie it around their waist, and then they'll wrap the skin around their penis, and then that's how after that they would,
What? So it's a belt?
Yeah, if like the string falls off,
yeah. Wow. But like I said, medieval times, medieval solutions.
Yeah, medieval solutions, right? Yeah, and then the accessibility of condoms now, right? Can you imagine last time just everyone running around is like, hey, you don't mind, right? Can I borrow a sheet?
Yeah. Can I borrow a sheet?
I promise I'll pay you back.
Spare intestines in your house. Yeah. Let me, I have two, rainy day situation.
Yeah. And then can you imagine, like, if you ask your neighbor, right, for intestine, right, they know, like, you're gonna be some action tonight.
That is honestly, that is so strange. Like, I just cannot fathom, right, the smell of all this, right?
Yes, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
I think they will have to, like, go through some very intense, like, cleaning process. And then they'll probably have to, like, salt the thing. And then,
but even if you clean, right? Yeah, you see, as time passes, as it decays, right? Then no matter how much salt you put on it, honestly, that's another problem also. Can you imagine, like, it's so salted, right? Then you put it into like, like your partners, and I was just like, oh wow. Like, oh wow.
Yeah, and also I can imagine how like uncomfortable it must be. It's like a intestine, and for me, right, if I were to think of like an intestine, and I would just immediately like not be interested to like turn off. It's like but I guess that time is like you gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do it. Which is true.
Yeah. So after that, in the modern age, okay, in 1858, the rubber condom was invented by Charles Goodyear and Thomas Hancock. This guy was destined to be the one to create the modern condom.
Yeah, man. He was born for it. He was really born for it.
Yeah, he was born for it. Yeah, when he was born, it's like, the only more perfect name, right? If his name was Dick Hancock, I swear.
Yeah, Dick Hancock. Oh, it's like, son, you're not going to be a great musician, but trust me, in the condom industry, you're going to make a name for yourself.
You are going to be a name for yourself. Exactly. Okay, so this guy these were the guys that invented the modern condom, and also they were known as American Tips. I don't know why is it called. Yeah. Oh, I wonder why is it called American Tips. Yeah. Okay, sure. And then fun fact: in 1873, the American reformer Anthony Comstock. You can't just make these names up. Like, seriously, Comstock. Like, seriously. Yeah, okay. He passed a law that banned people from sending condoms in the mail and also sending any sort of immoral goods in the mail. So I guess he didn't want, I guess the idea is that he didn't want people to be like just randomly sleeping around. So in essence, prevention, I guess, or abstinence is the...
Abstinence is key. Yeah. Abstinence is the word.
I guess even in the previous times also, abstinence is the best way to just not get STDs or whatever. Yeah. And he wanted everyone to be safe. Technically, yeah. Okay, so...
Technically, everybody to be safe, right? Just switch back to animal intestines, trust me.
Animal intestines.
Yeah. No, nobody will be having that much intercourse anymore.
And lastly, can you guess the event that made condoms commercially acceptable? It's like, okay, like now everyone just get a condom. Like, do you know what I mean?
Oh,
can you guess the event?
The event,
yeah, or like the situation that made it.
Wow. If I would honestly, like, I would think, right, it has to be something like crazy, like let's say like a queen of a country have a leaked sex tape. Then after that, like they have to like no choice but to make sex more like casual, like it's casually acceptable. Then it's just like, okay, let us just commercialize condoms.
Well, actually, right, it's because during the 1980s, right, the AIDS epidemic is the reason why. Yeah.
So that's not like the answer.
Yeah, it's rather than the queen, the death of the queen. Like now the queen just passed away. It's like everyone buy a condom.
I didn't mean that queen. I just said a queen of a country. I didn't mean the British queen.
Yeah, but she probably ruled for 200 years before.
Oh my gosh, she was there for a long time.
Yeah. So Brendan, what do you think is the moral of the story?
Wow. Keep a lot of sheep in your backyard.
That's a good answer.
Get out of here.
Oh, look at the time. Okay, the coffee shop is closing. But before we go, if you enjoyed our Kopi Talk, please don't forget to give us a like and subscribe. We'll be posting videos based around a different word every week. But in the meantime, don't forget to return your tray.
And remember, a kopi a day keeps your troubles away.
Yeah, and a sheep too.
Sheep also.
Take care, guys.